Hi children, welcome back to the lesson physical changes. Physical and chemical changes. So here, whatever it may be, in previous class, in previous session we studied about the introduction of physical and chemical changes, and every change it has a primary appearance and final appearance, and every change it contain a particular cause for that change. And here, how many types of changes are there? Here changes are two types: physical change, chemical change, right? The changes that takes place around us, they are of two types: physical change and chemical change. Here in this session we'll learn about physical change. Okay, so here, what is called physical change? Here there should be a primary and final appearance, that too which can be changed in the physical properties of the object. If any object, if it changes its physical properties, what are those physical properties? Physical properties such as color, shape, size, state, etc. These are called physical properties. What are those? Color, shape, size, state. If is there any change takes place in these four aspects, then it is called physical change. But remember one thing, this change is also similar in chemical change. Even in chemical change also this thing happens. Then how can you differentiate the physical and chemical? Here in physical change, there is no formation of new substance. There is no formation of new substance. There is no new substance is produced. There is no new substance is produced in case of physical change. Whereas here chemical change, along with these changes, it produces new substance. It produces new substance. You just remember, you should identify the difference. Here, what is the difference between physical and chemical changes? In physical change, there is a change in the physical properties, and here there is no more change, no more new substance will be formed. That is what we call physical change. Whereas when you come for the chemical change, here it changes the color, shape, size, state. Along with these, there is a formation of new substance. A new substance will be formed in chemical changes, whereas there is no more new substance will be formed in case of physical change, right? So here let us see some characters of physical changes. First we discuss about the physical changes. Physical changes character. Number 1, there is no formation of new substance. There is no formation of new substance, right? And number 2, here there may be change in size, shape, state, color. There is a change in size, shape, state, color. And next, the physical changes are temporary changes. Temporary changes. All these are temporary changes. Means what? Once, for example, if it is a ice cube, ice cube it converts into liquid. Okay, na? Again the liquid becomes ice. We know that very well. So that it is temporary. So every temporary change can be reversible. Every temporary change can be reversible. Remember, here physical change is temporary and each temporary change can be reversible. For example, if you stretch the rubber band, the size of the rubber band increases. If you lose it, then it become normal shape. In the beginning it is in normal shape and you stretched the rubber band, it elongated, and when you leave it, then it become its previous stage, means return back. It is reversible and it is temporary, right? This is what we call physical change. We call it as physical change, and there is no new substance is formed here, right? So here there is no new substance. There may be change in size, shape, state and color, and temporarily it is temporary change and reversible. And one more thing is that color may not be reversible. Sometimes color change takes place. Color change takes place. There is no exact returning of the color in some cases, or otherwise color is also reversible, but mostly color may not be converted into normal shape, so normal color, the previous color, right? So this is what we call physical change characters. These are the properties of physical change. Have you understood? There is no formation of new substance. There is change in size, shape, state and color, and it is temporary and reversible. Color may be changes in this physical change. So let us see some examples of physical changes. Let us discuss some examples of physical changes. So first one, melting of ice. Melting of ice and freezing of water. Melting of ice and freezing of water. Okay, so here it is the ice cube. This is what we call ice cube. Now this ice cube, when you heat it, when you heat the ice cube, what happens? Then it melts. It is what you call melting of ice. Upon heating, it become melt. So here ice is solid. Ice is solid and now it become liquid. Ice become liquid. Ice is solid, now solid become liquid. Here what is the change? State of the material is changed. State of the material is changed. Solid become liquid. Solid become liquid. What is the cause? Heating. We heat it. Because of heat, the solid become liquid. For example, if you cool it down, if you cool the water, or if you cool that liquid, actually solid form it is called ice. In solid form it is called ice. In liquid form it is called water. So when you cool or when you freeze the water, what happens? The water becomes again ice cube. It is reversible. We get it back again. We got the ice cube. First it is ice cube, then ice cube become water, and when you freeze it, then the liquid water becomes solid ice again. So already we discussed that there may be change in size, shape, state and color, and again it is temporary change. It can be reversible, right? This thing happened in case of first example, melting of ice cube and freezing of liquid. Whereas second example, let us see the second example. Second example includes that evaporation of water. Evaporation of water and condensation of vapor. Condensation of vapor. Okay, what happens here? In case of evaporation, for example, here take a beaker and arrange a rubber cork here, and with a small hole insert a delivery tube and deliver it into the test tube, for example, and cover it with the rubber cork also. Right now, simply if you boil the water in this, then what happens? The water present in the beaker, it evaporates. Means the liquid state water it converted into gaseous vapor, isn't it? Now it is gas. Gaseous formed, vapor is formed. Okay, now when you boil the water, it become vapor. The liquid water become gaseous vapor. Now if you cool the vapor, then what happens? Upon condensation, cooling down of vapor is nothing but condensation. Upon condensation, the vapor become water drops again. We get water back. So first it is liquid water. When you boil it, the water become vapor by evaporation. The vapor, when it cooled down, means condensation. Upon condensation of the vapor, we got the water back again, means water become vapor and vapor become water. When do water become vapor? When you heat it, when you boil it. When you boil the water, it become vapor, and when you cool the water, when you cool the vapor, it become water. So like this, the physical change is always a temporary change, and it will be reversible, right? So many examples are there regarding physical changes. We'll discuss one by one later in further classes. So I hope you understood physical change and two examples regarding the physical changes, right? In next class we'll meet and we'll discuss more.